You know what? You learn you grow up with that type of thinking, but you know what? When you find out that that is not true, then life becomes it starts to dawn on you. Uh, Welcome to the Dr. Crip show for y'all that just tuned in. I'm your host, Dr. Crip. We ending the sickness over here, and to I'm gonna bring you up to speed. You know, we always answering questions, and then people go I go live. My team is always doing something. They in total control. They said all you do is get on there and talk and say, hey, like the button, please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. So we can keep on doing what we doing. But the question is which wishbone wishbone 619. Sound like I heard of that area code before. I know that. But Wishbone 6109 and said, uh, why the Crips, why do people blame stuff on Whitey? You know? As a matter of fact, I have a good friend. He has a book called Blame It on Whitey. And go check it out. It's on Amazon right now. Blame It on Whitey, just how it sounds. Uh, But yeah, I used to be a person that think like that. You know what I'm saying? Until something happened. You feel me? Because when you're in your sickness, you never know. And you carry that aggression, you carry all that anger or whatever it is growing up was fed to you through media, through TV, through radio, and all this, and it teach you to hate when really we supposed to be loving. We Black people are supposed to be loving each other. We're the number one loving. Let me tell you something what black people cannot do. No matter what these gangs, these Crips, these Bloods, no matter what's gonna happen in life, what you cannot do is kill your cousin or kill your homie that deserves to get killed with your code and ethics. You feel me? The snitches and all that. You can't kill them because what if it's your cousin? You ain't killing it. We the only race that does that, that will not do that. You know, every other race can kill their own. We the only ones that we would not. That's because we a loving race. That's why we can't kill our own. Now, yes, it happens from time to time. People do this, people do that. You hear about it, you feel me? But most people they don't they we can't kill our own. So, but we reflect and do stuff like blame it on Whitey. That's what, man, it's the white man fault. Right? Everything is the white man fault. Right? So, but let me tell you something. I found out at an age that that ain't always true. So my boy is bringing his car in, his 5.0. It's coming in on the flatbed from Texas to LA. So uh it's going to get pulled up at my people's house, my cousin, you know, Slim from Raymond. You feel me? 120, one of the best ever to do it from over there. You feel me? uh the car is being brought over there, so it comes in the flatbed because he had the hottest car in Texas, the 5.0 on the gold D's and all that other stuff. So when it comes off the car carrier, my boys say, "Listen, man, ride with me." It's a few of us out there, you know what I'm saying, that all grew together up high school, whatever. We just a little bit out of high school, maybe about 2-3 years out of high school. So um, it's about 5 or 6 of us over in front of Slam House. So we leave. So me and him leave. He said, "Man, listen, I got to get the brakes done." So we leave. We go get the brakes done. Now we go to Hawthorne. Now back then, Hawthorne, where the limousine dude is at, Jackson Limousine or something like that. It used to be a limousine thing over there, but back in the day, it used to be a Ford dealership off that corner right there on Hawthorne Boulevard by Rosecrans or something like that. So we go over there. You feel me? Now, for the first time, I'm really thinking about, because I didn't came from out of town, Texas. I got a little hot money in my pocket. You feel me? Woo, 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 woo. So, you know, I got a little change. So right now, I'm thinking about buying my first lowrider. You feel me? So I'm looking in the recycler, like, man, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to get the year you were born. You feel me? But I don't want to get that because I don't like that bike style. So I want to get like a 5 or something like that, a hard top 5 or 6 or something like that. So we pull into the driveway. Now it's a lot on this side and a lot on that side, and straight down the middle is the walkway that lead all the way to the auto parts. If you ever been over there and at that Hardtime when it was a Ford dealership, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So now he gets out. I'm sitting in the car. I'm reading the Recycler magazine. He walks down the walkway to the auto parts to go get his brakes. So while he in there getting his brakes, I'm sitting in the 5.0 on gold ones with Texas plates. I'm sitting in the car reading the encyclopedia, finna get trying to find me a lowrider. As I'm sitting there, a salesperson and some 2 white people come walking by. This is how God worked. The white lady, she looks at me. She could have been a Karen. See, they flip it on you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes Karen could have been a good thing. You know, we don't never talk about as black people than white people that did sacrifice their life to help us and die. You know, them some good white people. I love them. You feel me? This lady will happen to be one of them. So, and I've never seen her before in my life. So she walks by with the sales lady. She sees a recycler in my hand, and she like, damn, you sitting in a 5.0 on gold ones. This look cute. You feel me? She can do all, you can communicate without saying nothing. I glance, I look at her, she smiled, and she like, yeah, like we here too, trying to come up, find something cute, cool. We walking on this lot, and I'm like, yeah, she like, yeah, you feel me? And they going about their business. That quick 20 seconds or 30 seconds of non-vocal communication, but human being connection, you know, regardless if it's white, black, or what. They going about their business. As soon as they walk off, I'm sitting in the car in the passenger seat. Here comes somebody run across. Here comes somebody come run up to the window, put a 38 in my chest and say, "Get out the car, motherfucker!" With the ugly black 38 right straight in my chest. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. He like, get out the car. Not a problem. I am out of here. I head for the driver's side because I can't go his way because he's standing there. I'm going out the driver's side. You can take this car, whatever. I'm not trying to defend this car. No way, man. I'm out of here. You never know how stuff happens. As this man, see, the window on the O is halfway down, right? So he got his hand halfway in the car. You feel me? So as I'm exiting the car on the driver's side, trying to get out the driver door, my right hand somehow is just going behind me out of control, and it landed right. My finger landed. You can't make this up. My finger landed in the area of the trigger behind it. So, you know, on one of those old 38s, that area is kind of big. You feel me? And my finger lands right behind it, kind of like awkwardly against his. But I touch his whole hand. And when I touch his whole hand trying to get out, guess what? I could feel him squeezing the trigger. And all I could think about is, oh my God, I'm finna be paralyzed because he's finna put a complete hole in my back. I already know this is paralyzation. I'm not getting out of this. But the gun don't go off. And in that split second, like I say, I never panic. In that split second, yeah, I panicked when I was getting out that car. Yeah, I wasn't panicking. I was trying to really get out that car. In my hand, my finger, he's squeezing it. So I realized he cannot pull the trigger because my finger is behind the trigger. I immediately flip like a cobra snake. Now his body is leaning halfway inside of the car. He's off his feet. So now we rest. I got the gun. The same way the dude the same way the homie shot me that night. When he shot me, I still went for the gun because I'm programmed like that. I got the gun. So I'm slamming his hand against the console, of the car. Boom. I'm like, let it go, let it go, let it go. Because he's off balance, hanging in the car. I'm surprised the window ain't breaking because he's leaning on the window. The windows should be getting ready to break, and he's gonna be completely in the car. And I'm gonna get him when he let it go. He finally let the gun go because it wasn't nothing he can do because I'm twisting his whole hand. I'm really about to break his wrist. I'm like, it's finna break. You feel me? We doing this in the car wrestling. Remember, this is broad daylight. Hawthorne Boulevard. 1 o'clock on a Saturday. He lets the gun go. When he lets the gun go, I grab the gun, pick it up. Now I come out the car. When I come out the car, he's trying to get away. As he's trying to get away, I come out the car, raise the gun up. I take 3 steps around the car, raise the gun up, and I'm got a dead aim shot at him. I raise the gun up and finna squeeze. My right shoe come off, Nike Airs. Whatever the Nike Airs in 1990. I think that's when this happened in the year, them Airs. The 19 I had the blue ones and the blue and the black ones. The shoe comes off my foot. When my shoe come off my foot, I go straight down. You know how when you're trying to run or something, your shoe come off and it's just you don't got no traction no more, and you go face down. I go face down. Bam! All concrete. When I wake, I'm out. I didn't knock myself almost completely out. So now my boy that's in the auto, everybody just witnessing this. So he comes from running from behind me and he picks me up. And I feel like I done got hit 2 or 3 times by Mike Tyson. I'm confused, dizzy, or whatever. He like, get up, come on. There he go. He running around the corner. And I believe we off 132nd, the mortuary right there, still on the corner of Hawthorne Boulevard. He like, there he go. He running around the corner. Come on, let's get him. But I'm punch drunk, really concrete, because I done failed because my shoe came off and I hit the concrete. Boom. So I'm running like this in broad daylight with a 38, like, huh? Where you go? And my boy's on the corner like, come on, come on, come on. So he come back and grab me and he bring me around. He run me around to the parking lot of the mortuary. Now, this dude is trapped in the mortuary. The fence is super high. One of them concrete 12 feet, 15 feet walls. You feel me? Ain't nothing over there but apartments on the other side of that. It's Hawthorne. When I come around the corner, my boy is screaming, there he go right there. There he go, popping. And I'm like, where? Because I'm still drunk. The concrete got a knot on my forehead. I'm like, where? He like, there he go over there. So I focus in. When I focus in, I just see the colors, a white shirt or something. And I was like, wow, that first shot. That woke me up. Now I'm up. Boom. And I focus in and I let loose. Boom, 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 boom. Oh boy, he scaled the wall. How he hopped it, I guess God said, man, you better get over this wall because one of these bullets is going to hit you, might kill you. He scales the wall. Bam, he gone. My boy like, come on, let's go. Boom, we breaking back around. I buried the gun in the dirt by the mortuary, by the bushes right there. Boom, 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 boom. You know, now I'm back in my sickness. My profession is doing this type of stuff when I'm under the, you feel me? Come boom, here, because the police is gonna be coming. Boom. Bury the gun. We jump in the O. Boom. Go straight down 132nd. When we get to Yukon or whatever, here come Hawthorne police everywhere. Get out the car. Get down. Get down. Get on the ground. So we, we the victim, man. We the victim. We ain't did nothing, man. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. They don't want to hear nothing. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. So we get on the ground. So now they take us, boom, they take us to the Hawthorne police station. So now we in the Hawthorne police station. My boy just completely shut down. That's why I say, when you catch these cases, if you don't know what you're doing, your best thing is to not to say nothing. But since you in your sickness and you should have never been a gangbanger and now you scared, guess what you start doing? You start telling. You feel me? You start telling, and it turns your life upside down as well as the person that you didn't turn told on. You feel me? So don't do it. That's why you should have never gangbanged in the first place. Control your sickness in your sickness. You feel me? Find the cures for it. Love, family, family unity, economic unity as a child. Many cures. We'll get back to that. So now we in the police station. They put him in one tank, put me in another tank. So now we sitting there for 2 hours. We can't talk to each other. Boom. So they come get me. Never forget his name, Detective Hughes. He come in. Boom. He walk. He say, come on. Boom. Follow me. Going to the interview room. Boom. So I'm sitting there. Boom. So he like, so tell me what happened. I'm like, man, you already know what happened. Somebody tried to jack me, man. I don't know. That dude was shooting at me. You feel me? He was shooting at us, We was trying to leave. You feel me? Damn, we the victims. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we the victims, homie. Dude popped on us, man. We trying to get up out of there, man. The dude tried to carjack the car from us. You feel me? He thought we was some suckers or something, man. And we left and he started shooting at us. That's all you got to say? You sure? Yes, sir. That's it. That's what happened. That's the story you're going to stick to. Yes. Where my boy at? Why y'all got him in? Let him go. Oh, no. He in the other cell. He refused to even tell us his name. He just shut down, period. So he whoop-de-whoop, right? So the Detective Hughes say, so now look, is that the story you gonna stick with? Is that what happened? Yeah. He said, oh, okay. He said, you want me to tell you what happened? I'm like, man, that's what you can't tell me what happened. That's what happened. He said, let me tell you what my version is, what happened. He said, you was minding your business, you was sitting in the car. From what I can guess, what you had circled, you look like you about to buy one of those lowrider type of cars or something, a classic car. You was buying a classic car or something. You had a couple of them circled. So I'm sitting there. I ain't said nothing. I'm just listening, looking. Yeah, all right. This is gang unit Hawthorne, 1990, I believe. Detective Hughes. He said, so you trying to buy a lowrider, this and that? I ain't respond. I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever. So he like, then out of nowhere, somebody comes and put the gun in your chest. And what baffles me is if you was going out of the passenger door, how in the world did you ever get the gun? So now I'm just sitting there, right? So in my mind, I'm like, damn, how the fuck he know that? You feel me? So I ain't said nothing. I'm like, man, that shit don't sound familiar to me at all. I don't. He like, oh, okay. Let me finish. He said, how you get the gun, I have no idea. But when the guy realizes that the gun is gone, so he has to make a run for it, you come out the car. You was about to shoot him, but somehow you failed. You feel me? He was like, thank God you didn't shoot him. You feel me? I don't know how it would have worked out. I don't know if it would have been premeditated or, because you got the gun now, you didn't have to shoot him. You feel me? But you in the motion of this excitement, He said, so it would have been a trip to watch the case. So I was like, I still ain't made no, but my face is twitching a little bit, right? And I'm like, no. He said, then your boy that refused to tell us his name, he grabbed you, dragged you around the parking lot to the cemetery where you let off 6 shots. I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure if we tested your hands, you will have the gun residue on your hands. Damn, I sure didn't wipe my hands, didn't get the piss on them or nothing. Boom. So when you're on your way out, you buried the gun in front of the cemetery, which my men are out there. They still haven't found the gun yet. And I just don't understand why or how. And then y'all leave. And then we pull you over. I said, nah, man, that ain't how. I said, nah, that ain't how that went down. Then he slammed my shoe on the ground. He said, oh, here go your shoe. This how you slip and fall. Your shoe came off. I was like, what? I didn't even realize the whole time I didn't have my shoe on. He slammed my shoe on the table. Here go your shoe, man. I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm like, man, listen, man, we the victims. He said, you know what? That dude is shot. So now I'm like, oh, this dude, did I kill him? He finna try to pin a hot one on me. Woo, nah. He said, man, yeah, you shot him. I was like, what? He like, yeah, you shot him. I'm like, I ain't shoot nobody. He's like, anyway, boom. So he said, man, listen, tell me where the gun is so I can let y'all go. And I'm like, what? I'm like, man, listen, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, listen, man, I don't care that you shot that dude. I don't care that he tried to rob y'all or y'all defended yourself. I don't care about none of that. He said, all I want is that gun because I don't want no kids to come over there and find the gun. So is this how y'all make? I'm like, man, I'm not giving you nothing, man. What are you talking about? That ain't even happen. What you talking about? He said, listen, follow me. Come with me. He said, get up. Come with me. I'm following. We in the hallway. Now, police station, you got to keep your shoulder to the right. So I'm walking. He like, man, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. Police is walking by, like, ain't paying attention to me. I'm like, he like, man, come on, stop. Come on, walk with me. Come on, right? I still ain't put my shoe on yet. I'm walking with my shoe in my hand. So now he like, come on, man, just follow me. You feel me? So I'm like, okay. So I follow him through one door. You feel me? that leads to another door where you can see the lobby of the police station, Hawthorne. So he like, look in there. So I'm like, what? He like, man, look in there. So I look in there. I don't see nothing. I see people in here. You feel me? I don't know what's going on. He said, open the door and look in there. So I open the door and I look in there. It's the white lady that said, what's up, that we was talking to with just eye contact and just boom. She's at the police station saying that I didn't do nothing. Let me go. She's going to court. I'm not going to jail. She don't care if I killed that dude or whatever. She not going nowhere until I am let go. She want to talk to captains. She want to talk to. You can't make this stuff up, man. She want to talk to everybody, and I'm seeing her talk to a sergeant or somebody, and then the police detective Hughes walk out into the lobby and say, "Hey, ma'am, how you doing?" And then she look and see me, and she's, "Oh, are you okay?" She said, you didn't do nothing. That guy got what he deserved. Woo, right? Woo. So I'm thinking, like, is he dead? What's going on? And then Detective Hughes said, "Nah, you shot him in the hip. He ain't dead." But we ain't tripping. Give us the gun, man. Let's make this deal. He's like, give us the gun and you and your boy can go. I'm like, man, let my boy go right now. He ain't even do nothing. You feel me? He like, nah, we teaching that. He think he hard. We teaching him a lesson. We told him he charged with murder. Y'all hit somebody else got shot innocently by the bullets. So he in a cell kicking. He like, what? We getting charged for double murder. I said, listen, man, y'all got to let my homie go, man. He ain't got nothing to do with this. He said, nah, man, listen, it's okay. We going to let him go. We ain't tripping off him. We just having fun with him. You feel me? So he like, come on. So we walked to the back of the station to where the cars is, and he like, get in. I'm like, get in? Man, I can't be riding in no front seat with no police. And then what you talking about? He said, man, come on, man, take me to go get the gun. That's the only way y'all getting out of here. So the whole time I'm thinking, this dude want the gun so he can put a case on me or something. He said, man, listen. He said, you know your homie L Dog, and who else he said? A few people, because they used to have spots in Hawthorne. He said, man, call them dudes, ask them about me. He like, I'm cool. I don't trip like that, homie. Long as we head up and we know what's going on, I'm here for what I'm here for. Y'all doing what y'all doing. If we don't clash, it ain't no problem. And I'm like, what? L Dog. I'm gonna have to ask L Dog about this dude. So I'm like, man, he like, man, come on, bro. Just get in the car, man. Take me to go get the gun. I'm letting you and your boy go. All I need is the gun, and I can close this case out. So I'm like, man, I don't know where no gun is. He said, man, I got a whole team up there looking for the gun. I said, well, why they ain't found it? He said, because I don't know where you buried it at. I don't know what kind of job you did burying it. You feel me? But I don't want no kids to find it. So I'm like, well, if I buried it like that, if I supposed to did it, then that means it ain't going to get found. He said, man, listen, I'm not even trying to charge you with nothing. This is what he said. He said, man, I'm not even trying to charge you with nothing. I'm not even trying to threaten you with nothing. I just want that gun, man, so I can let you go. You either going to do it or you ain't. Which one you going to do? You feel me? And I'm going to let somebody else take over this case. So I said, fuck it. Let's go. We drove back up to 132nd. He pulled up in front of the mortuary. I jumped out. Wasn't nobody out there, no police, everybody gone. Well, I jumped out, went straight to where I got the gun at. He watched me, and he in the car right there, still sitting in the car. He like, God damn, them some sorry bastards, right? I dug the gun up. It was kind of deep, you feel me? I dug it up, boom. Brought it back to the car. He wasn't extra out with me. Like, motherfucker, I got in the car. He like put it on the seat. So I put the gun on the seat and he didn't touch it. He didn't look at it or nothing. And we drove back to the police station, Harton. And I said, man, you said you was going to let my boy go. He's like, we is. Don't worry about it. I'm like, man, this some boy. Man, I knew you was foul, homie. He like, man, we going to let him go. But I realized that I'm not coming back in the station. He done took me through I'm in the side door area. I'm outside, right? So I'm like, man, you said you was going to let my boy go. He go in. About 2 minutes later, my boy come out a side emergency door, right? Boom. He don't even know what's going on, right? They just push him out. Remember like in Martin? Him and Dave Chappelle. He just pushed him out the side door. And my boy was like, what's up? Right? And then we outside, right? And he looked at me like, what's happening? I'm like, oh, they let us go. And I'm like, man, what about our car? He like, man, just go around there. You feel me? The car is in the impound on Cornbloom. Never have I ever. We had to walk to Cornbloom. We walked to Cornbloom. Soon as we walk in Cornbloom, he said, you must be Thomas. I'm like, yeah. He like, hold on. No paperwork, no showing no ID, no showing nothing. They just brought the 5.0 out there and said, all right. Never had that ever happened at a tow yard in my life. And we jumped in the car and went back to on 126. And we was only gone for 1 hour and 15 minutes. 2 hours and 15 minutes or something like that. And they thinking that we made all this stuff up. And I'm like, man, we didn't make nothing up, man. We back out. And my boy is like, what happened? Tell me what happened. I'm like, that white lady. He like, what white lady? I'm like, and I looked at white people different ever since then. Never cut my eyes at them again. No, nothing. Not that I trust them and all that, but hey, you know, it is what it is. I learned a very, very, very valuable lesson that day in my sickness, that all white people ain't bad. This is the Dr. Crip Show. I'm your host, Dr. Crip, and we're ending the sickness. Get it out your mind, man. It's sickness. You don't need to be doing this, brother. Stop it. You feel me? Let's do something. Dr. Crip.